Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with GCE NASCAR. We're out here at Talladega. Thank you all for being here tonight. This is going to be an amazing race. Second race of the playoffs. Cannot wait to see what these drivers got. Tuesday night was super exciting with the Truck Series. Bunch of green flag runs. We're expecting the same out of these Cup drivers. 100 laps, 266 miles of excitement for you guys tonight. Thank you all for being here once again. As always, you got Jamie G up in the booth, and we got Lee Kiernan. Kiernan, how we doing?
Yeah, doing great. After Martinsville being so tight, we're out to the wide open spaces at Talladega. 2.66 miles, 33 degrees banking. Man, I can't wait to see what these guys do for us tonight.
Well, and like we talked about in the drivers meeting, obviously, you know, our playoff drivers, they're going to be out there in the red banners. You're going to see the red banner across the front and the red banner going across the back of those cars for those playoff drivers. There are 14 drivers this season that are in the playoffs. Well, in a second, we'll go ahead and pull up those standings of who those 14 drivers actually are. But we're here, Talladega, one of the best tracks in the NASCAR circuit and one of the best tracks on our schedule. Again, we're expecting to see some green flag pit stops tonight. 6 tires, 1 fast repair. I really can't be more excited for a race. Talladega is always one of my favorite tracks to be at, and we get to watch it from the top side with everybody else.
Yeah, so we've got Malone obviously leading the standings at the moment. Has anybody got anything for Malone? He's been the best driver all year so far. He's out front. He's got a strong team behind him in IT and out. He's going to have a lot of support there tonight. But tonight is the night where we could see a wild card come up and beat him over the line.
Yeah, and as we've always said, this is a 50-50 track. The 50-50 you might make it, 50-50 you might not make it. So we could definitely see, as we've seen in the Truck Series, we did see a wild card take it out in the Truck Series. Who was that again? I think that was Seawright.
It was Khan, wasn't it? I believe
it was Khan. Yeah, it was Khan. His first GEC win comes out here and surprised everybody. Well, and again, the finish was amazing, Kiernan. 4 wide for the finish. You had a couple trucks upside down, couple DQs right before the line too. So it was pretty nuts to see a couple of those cars just disappear before they even touched that line. But man, I'll tell you, super excited to be here.
It was crazy. I need to mention great finish by Jonathan coming in second, but the guy that I was really happy for was Goldman coming in third. What a great finish for him, his first podium finish in GEC, and man, just really great to see Goldman Sr. just get it up there. Of course, he's a teammate of mine, so I was extra stoked for him.
Nah, it's really great to see him on the track. Great competitor. Always good to race with him. Unfortunately, my race and your race didn't end the way we wanted it to, but that's that 50-50 right there. So we're looking forward to seeing, like I said, a lot of green flag runs. Most likely what we're going to see in the beginning of the race is a lot of people are going to single file out. They're going to be shuffling back and forth from that single file. I don't know if we're going to see a lot of double file like we've seen with the trucks. Trucks, almost the entire race was double file. But these guys are going to be a little bit different. The setup is a little bit closer to the track, so you're going to see sparks coming out of the bottom of those cars. They're going to be bottoming out a little bit, but in all honesty, it really doesn't seem to affect them too much. It did give it a little bit of wiggle if you're being pushed through the corner, but I don't think we're going to see a lot of like pushing and shoving through the corner, at least not until the end.
Yeah, Jamie, I heard you guys talking in the drivers meeting that these things are a little bit loose with this setup. So where are they finding it loose? When are they finding it loose?
So we had a couple drivers say that when you're getting bumped into the turn, you're already into the turn. That's where you're gonna feel the most loose. Barrow specifically said he barely got touched and just went right around. So we're expecting to see a little bit of action through the turns, but not too much until we get towards the end of the race anyway.
Yeah, great at a track like this. Normally it's just wide open, don't worry about tires, and go for it. So that will add an element of interest there tonight.
Well, we should be seeing these guys come off the track for qualifying here any moment.
Yeah, I think there's only about 10 seconds left in the practice session.
Well, and to be fair, even some of our fastest drivers in the truck series, they did not make the pole position. We had a different couple other drivers make the pole position in the truck series. So really excited to see. It looks like right now Malone does have the top spot for the practice. McCabe, Machakam, 36 and McCabe, Brad Wilson, all in the top 5. Logan Wilson, Elsick, Bruce, Birkmeyer, Boone. So we'll see what happens here. Obviously, the qualify is going to be a little bit different than the practice. You don't have that support from other cars. You're really going to have to find your time. I want to see who can get it done, but I wouldn't bet all my money against anybody but Malone at the moment.
Yeah, Jamie, you bring up a good point. To get Malone up onto the quickest time there, I'm sure he had some support from his IT and out teammates there, so who have been strong. They've been strong all year.
Yeah,
so Jamie, they've been strong all year. Jamie, who are you going for tonight? Who's
okay, I guess.
It's early, but
honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm gonna go for an outlier on this one, and I'm really gonna.
So am I.
I'm gonna put my vote with Justin Opinchowski. Looking for his first win here, and I think not only does he have enough talent to get it done, but I've seen him on super speedways, and I think Opinchowski definitely has a good chance to take it home tonight.
Yeah, I think that's a great call. I'm going to go for Elliott tonight. I think the Skidmark boys will be able to get line astern, and I've seen Elliott before on these super speedways. Haven't picked him all year, so I think it's time for me to pick Elliott. So that's my pick for tonight.
Great driver. Elliott obviously has the talent to do what he needs to do to get it done and get out front. But yeah, absolutely dominating pick, and I really think that our picks at least are going to maintain top 5 throughout most of the race. Me personally, I try to sit towards the middle and not try to drop back past the top 10, but I cannot stand being up front during a plate track race. I don't know why, but I don't like taking the lead until right there at the end, maybe 2 laps to go, 3 laps to go, because man, it starts to get scary.
You should know. You've won. You and Jessica have won the most amount of these plate races, I believe. Isn't that right?
Yeah, Jessica actually has the lead on that one. She seems to always be able to find her way up front. Unfortunately, neither of us wound up taking it home or even finishing our race I had 8 minutes of damage, so I want to feel like 6 laps down to finish out the race. But really, ultimately, yeah, I mean, the strategy behind it sound, and sitting towards the middle of the pack is definitely going to be the play, I think.
Jamie, everyone's always told me to hang back. So on Tuesday night, I hung back and stayed at the back of the... and I got hit by absolutely everything. I got hit so many times. I was scared of going out my front door. I was scared somebody was going to hit me just, pulling out my drive. I got hit by absolutely everything, so didn't even finish. So my next time at Talladega, I am going for it and not going to the back of the field. So, yeah.
Well, there's a lot of talent up in those playoffs. You want to finish off the playoff list?
Yeah, let me go through the playoffs and the points at the moment. So, in first we have Malone on 1,098 points, followed by Justin Harris in second on 1,055. And then we have Boone, 58 points behind Malone, followed by Ellswick, once again, 58 points behind Malone. Both of those are IT and out teammates, and they're equal third. So then we have Archuleta, Lynch, Cochran, Whitehead, Wilson, Haynes, and Birkmeyer. Followed by who we got there now? Goldman and Opinchowski. Followed by Bruce. That's the top 14 at the moment.
A lot of solid talent in that top 14 right there for the playoffs. Again, our playoff drivers, they're going to have those red banners on, so you're going to be able to see them during the race. Quite easy to spot. But man, there's still a lot of talent outside of the playoffs as well.
just looking at the teams, Jamie, as well. ITN Out has the most amount of points at the moment on 156, followed by Outlaw Performance on 112, and Dirty South Racing on 110. No, sorry, I read that wrong. I'll have to review that. I'll come back to you with that.
Yeah, no worries. Looks like these guys are starting to round out the qualifiers right now. Oh, as we see the 76 of Wilson going around and around. Holy crap!
Oh wow. Hopefully that was after his qualifying session. We see Bruce at the moment at the head of the charts, followed by Goldman and Brinkmeyer and Openchowski.
Yeah, Barrow up there too in the top 5 as well. You got Jacob Malone. He's going to be sitting back in 6th place. See, and I told you this is where we're probably going to see a couple other drivers be up towards the front. It does look like that most of these drivers are going to be off the track for the qualify. We're going to go ahead and kick it off, as always, with our national anthem. We'll see you right back on the track with GEC eNASCAR THDesign Cup Series here in a moment. Thank you all for being here. We'll see you back on the track.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Looks like Darren Bruce taking that top spot. He's going to battle it out with Gallman on this first restart here.
Jamie, look how close Goldman and Berkmeyer are. There's only, what is that, 100th of a second, is it?
It is, but
Between the two?
Berkmeyer has to take that EOL, unfortunately.
He does.
We're going to see him drop back to the back of the pack, but that's all right. It's so easy to make your way back up front if you need to. Bruce, Gallman, Openchowski, Barrow, and Malone. I didn't know. Wait, Malone's in 6, so Elliott. Yeah, so it's Bruce, Gallman, Openchowski, Barrow, and Elliott in the top 5. Top 10 is going to be Malone, McCabe, Whitehead, Lynch, Ellswick. A lot of talent in that top 10. A lot of playoff drivers in that top 10 as well.
We do. have Bolton today. It's been a while since we've seen Bolton, so it's good to see him back here today.
Yeah, I'm glad to have him back out here. It's definitely going to be a good race. Can't wait to see ultimately how many of those green flag pit stops we get where they're going to be able to bring in that strategy to the track as far as, fuel goes. Fuel always for Talladega is a problem. They're at 50%, so I imagine they're only getting about 18 laps, maybe 20 at the most, I think. So it's also going to be crazy to see how hard they push it. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to start this track off for the Racing for Change 266 presented by MADD. And they're off. Green flag is out. Getting too much of a jump here could be a problem for these drivers. They want to make sure that they maintain a good distance in front of the other drivers, but man, if you get too much of a gap, they catch up to you so fast. It causes a huge checkup. Great restart here. Double file. Outside line's going to be pushing pretty hard. Opachowski tapping the back of 71, seeing if they could get pushed out front. 3 wide already. Malone jumping in the middle right there. Going to leave Opachowski out there by himself. Opachowski, he's going to need to use that side draft to try to stay up. Try to find his way back into a line, or else he could get shuffled to the back pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's only early. As long as he doesn't lose touch, he'll be good. I did notice that Boone dropped to the back. Not sure if he was looking for other teammates, but he just dropped to the back of this pack when we were going down the back straight.
Yeah, that's going to put Boone in 14th place at the moment. Looks like Opachowski did find a way in. A lot of good drivers towards the back here as well. LZ, Campbell, 36 and McCabe, Lons. His brother McCabe is right up in front of him in the 35. Elliott's right there. Barrow, all on the inside.
Just from a strategic point of view, and I am looking at the blimp view, I did notice that all the IT and out guys have reformed in a group behind this group.
Yeah, it looks like the only one that has not done that is Malone himself.
Yeah.
Malone now pushed back into 4th place, 3rd place now. That inside line just getting a heck of a run against the outside line. 77 at Whitehead is now going to take the lead with Malone pushing him from behind. That 39, Darren Bruce, going to be right behind Malone. Let's see if that inside line can hold it together. 4th in line on the inside is going to be Joseph Barrow.
We have the 2 teammates hooked up on the outside there now. Gorman and
Well, it looks like a second pack is already starting to form. Those IT and out guys have fallen back far enough that they are going to be at a disadvantage if they don't stick together and keep in a straight line. Harris and Haynes also with that group.
And that's an unusual entry that they got running into that corner. But both went below the yellow line on that entry.
Well, and again, that group back there could be at a disadvantage, but if something big happens, they're going to have enough time to be able to get out of the way. They're now 3 seconds behind our leaders. 4 seconds, I'm sorry. Whitehead still up in the lead in that number 77. Darren Bruce now behind him. Looks like Malone... Where'd Malone go? Malone is now back in 6th.
Yeah, he got caught in the middle there for a little bit.
Well, that's all right. He's got Wesley Lynch right behind him. GEC veteran here.
We've got Elliott making a move on Barrow around the outside.
Yeah, Elliott's trying to lead that outside line with Malone.
That's a good line right there, Ben. A lot of quick cars there.
Ooh, Elliott. Malone getting on the outside of him right there. Elliott is going to drop down to that bottom line. Now Elliott's in the lead. Oh, he's going back out front. Or up top.
Yeah.
He's going to allow Whitehead to regain the lead with the 39 of Darren Bruce right behind him. 33 of Wesley Lynch dropping to the back of the pack. Not sure if he just fell out of line or just wasn't feeling it. A lot of times when you see these drivers get too much pressure, they'll pop out to the outside and just fall back. I mean, if I'm not feeling the front, that's exactly where I'm going.
Yeah, especially if it starts to get a little sketchy, or you feel like maybe some people are driving a little too hard for the time of the race. I think that might have been what Lynch did there. But everything happens so quick here, Jamie. You're tucked right up underneath somebody else that something happens 2 cars in front of you and you've got nowhere to go.
Well, there's 28 drivers out on the track right now. We do have 3 drivers that are actually more towards the back. Boone, Menchaca, and Most. Most coming back for the first time this season in quite a few races. But yeah, I don't know what happened to those guys back there. Looks like Most and Menchaca have now teamed up to see if they can maintain. But stages are, I believe... Wait, what were stage? Oh man. Stages, I believe, were 30 and 60.
Yeah, we didn't mention it in the drivers' meeting, but maybe we did, and I wasn't listening.
No, I don't think we actually did. But I'm pretty sure these guys already know 30 and 60. So we're already 8 laps into 100 laps here at Talladega for the Racing for Change 266 presented by MADD.
What a great shot of Elliott pushing there. You can really see the guys that really enjoy these super speedways. There's definitely an art to be able to drive so quickly and push so well at these super speedways.
Being so close to another driver also heats up that engine. You're going to want to poke out every once in a while to get some of that fresh air in there. Very easy to blow your engine at a track like this, just by pushing somebody too hard. It doesn't look like Ellswick and that group are falling too far behind. They seem to be maintaining a decent speed, but they're going to have to link up a little better.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about Menchaca and Most. They're gonna get swamped here soon if they're not careful. There's not a yellow.
I'd have to say, amazing start to this race. I'm not gonna lie, these guys are giving a lot of room, a lot of respect going on the track right now. You see the 77 on the outside with the 88. They're gonna be trying to push really, really hard, seeing if they could get that outside line back up and running. But they have fallen back quite a bit. It looks like 6 cars up in front of them.
Jamie, have you ever been to this circuit?
I personally have not. It is somewhere that I would love to go.
Yeah, it's on my bucket list too.
Absolutely.
Especially how crazy the crowd gets in the pits.
Well, this is Barrow's home track.
Oh, is it really?
Yep. Barrow only lives I think he said an hour and a half away from the track or something like that. Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun to go out there and meet him.
I do remember when I was a wee little boy that I turned NASCAR on and somebody had stolen the pace car right before the race.
Yes, yeah.
And that was at this place. He got 2 laps away in the pace car before the local establishment got hold of him.
Yeah, law enforcement was chasing him on motorcycles. They were chasing him around the track, trying to get that pace car stopped. Finally, what they did is created a blockade. Oh, we got a bunch of drivers coming down into pit lane.
Is it the ITN out, guys? I think it might be.
Well, let's check out the pitting alert. Right now, it is Lynch, Barrow, Elliott, and Gallman all coming down.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe an early pit is going to be the strategy to take home the stage in another, what, 18 laps. Are they going to, if they pitted now, are they going to be able to make it to stage? Do they have 18 laps in the tank? That's going to be the question. So far, so good, though.
Malone and Bruce out front, followed by Whitehead.
Menchaca still in the pits. Something's going on with him. Looks like Most has now made his way up in front of Elliott, Barrow, Gallman, and Lynch, the ones that did actually take it down to pit lane. But man, now we're seeing a lot of separation here. .36 of McCabe, the 97 of Lons, and the 35 of McCabe. Also with Burkmeyer trying to make something happen. Openchowski now dropping down low, leaving the 38 and 11 to their own devices on the outside. And there goes Marian down to the inside as well. 38 looks like he's alone out there. He's going to have to drop down, and he does. This is that single file stuff I was talking about before the race actually started.
Malone is tucked up right underneath Whitehead right now. They are screaming.
Yeah,
These guys are pushing hard now.
That front six is going to run away with it if these guys don't start lining up. Yeah, he's attached to his bumper in those straightaways.
Yeah.
It does look like he is giving the room in the corners, though, because they do know that, unfortunately, in the corner, you are going to get somebody loose if you're up under him like that.
Hey, Jamie, can you do me a favor? Can you go to the blimp view?
I can.
Because it gives a perfect example or illustration of that right now. Just Malone's putting on a clinic here, as a pushing clinic.
That is going to be our blimp view right there, ladies and gentlemen.
And you notice he just gets off him at the right time.
Yeah, he's still leaving that still leaving that respect right there, though. That's what I call that little gap. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, he's been right up behind him. You got the 77 of Whitehead, Malone, Bruce, Bolton, McCabe, and Lons. All right,
now,
looks like we got another set of pitters.
Yeah, did those guys lose a whole lap when they pitted?
No, they did not actually.
Good.
So it looks like coming into the pits now is going to be Sprouse, Lane, Campbell, Marian, and Most. Menchaca still into the pits. Wait, Menchaca had some speed on him, so he must have came out of the pits and then back in again. Not sure what's going on there. You see that front group of cars starting to space out a little bit. That's how you can tell they're actually going to start to think about pitting, and that's what they're doing now. Here we go. Boone, Whitehead, Malone, Bruce, and Bolton all coming in, and somebody locks it up and goes around. I think that was the 88 of Bolton. It was. He's going to have to get in and out of those pits real fast. In all honesty, get those tires taken off, get that window tear taken off, fill it up with gas, and get back out there because you've already lost enough time to lose the front pack. But that's going to put Justin Openchowski in the lead with Andrew Lons right behind him, his teammate for OCS. It's going to be Openchowski, Lons, Burkmeyer in the 38 of Ryan Elzey.
I guess that was a wise pick up in Chelsea.
Yeah, as he's up in the lead right now, we're going to see where he shuffles out after this green flag pit stop.
Yeah. So who's first at the moment that's pitted?
I believe that's going to be Barrow's group. Let's go ahead and take a look. So it looks like Malone somehow. Malone, Bruce, McCabe, and Lane are all in the top 15 still, but they just pitted 0 laps ago.
Wonder if that has anything to do with how quick they were going for a few laps beforehand when they all got single file.
That could be the case. Oh, wait, now we're starting to see those drivers pop in. Looks like Malone and Bruce and them are going to be dropping towards the back. We do have those front guys coming into the pits. Oh, Obuchowski goes around into the pits, and so does Lons!
Oof.
Both OCS drivers are going to be around in the pits as they come in. Unfortunately, let's see if they can get it back together and get out there as soon as they can. Let's go ahead and take a look who's in there now.
There's another spin.
Obuchowski around one more time.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can take a look and see what happened on that last one right there. Looks like the 89 of Wilson just taps the 96 coming in. Really unfortunate for Obuchowski. Doing a really great job out there with his teammate Andrew Lons. Lons already back out on the track. But that's okay. We do have a stage coming up here in 10 laps. Hunter Birkmeyer now up in the lead.
Yeah. Good job, Birkmeyer. Followed by Wilson and Elswick.
Well, Wilson, it looks like, or no, that's Malone and Bruce. Oh my. Those drivers coming up on Birkmeyer really fast. Richard Elliott barely making a pass right there. Almost making contact with a 95. As these drivers start to filter out a little bit, Barrow up to second place, Bruce behind him, Barrow up to first. Yeah, obviously Malone and that group had enough speed to be able to get back out before getting passed by those other drivers, maintaining a good little bit of distance, but that outside line is charging really, really hard.
Marianne and Burrow are hooked up right now. That was a really good push by Marianne. Elliott. And another skid mark partner in Goldman following him in fourth. And then another skid mark car in Lynch following in fifth.
Yeah, that's, what, 3 skid mark drivers up front?
Well, we've got 4 in the top 5. Because Burrow's a skid mark driver as well.
Marian's skid mark? And no, Marian's not skid mark, is he?
No, but Barrow's up front. Marian's the only one in the top 5 there that isn't skid mark.
Oh, good job on that skid mark team of getting their drivers up towards the front.
3 wide at the back of the pack, or 4 wide. Oh my gosh. That was very close. Somebody dropping back a little bit. I think it was Bruce.
We got another pack going on as well. Cochran, the 15, and looks like they're separated a little bit from the rest of the drivers, but it's going to be Cochran, Boone, and Wilson back there.
Bolton dropped to 21st with that spin. We see Cochrane is back in 22nd, hasn't done too much yet. I guess it's not his time to go for it yet.
No, he hasn't decided to come out of the bushes and sneak up on us. It's one of those night crawlers that freaking ninja will come out of nowhere.
Jamie, I listened to that truck telecast today, and Cochrane did an amazing job on that telecast.
Yeah, I actually listened to quite a bit of it myself. He does an amazing job up there. Obviously, just to inspire ourselves to try to do as good as he can, but man, it's so hard to keep up with him.
Yep. Malone's getting a great push by McCabe.
I was expecting to see Jessica up here tonight, maybe possibly.
Yeah.
This was her sponsorship, but you know, obviously we're glad to represent MADD Mothers Against Drunk Driving. It's been one of the organizations that we have been super proud to represent our entire time we've even been a league. We will be hosting the charity MADD race this year as well.
Great cause. Yeah, great sponsor.
Incredible race so far. We're almost a quarter through, and these guys are being super respectful. 3 wide right there with 11:71.87. 3 wide, 2 back. 32 of Lynch, Berkmeyer, 77 and the 17, all just lined right up, 3 wide. Lynch just trying to push that 71. They're maintaining that 3 wide pretty good.
They are. This is a great group up front. You know, I'd like to give us some perspective further back, but the way these guys are racing right now is amazing. Look at this. 3 wide, 2 wide, 3 wide.
That very outside line just broke it out of nowhere. The 87 of Lane, the 17 of Sprouse and Campbell, all just pushing hard on that outside. Oh, and there goes the 87 around. And that is going to be our first caution of the night.
I think I saw Goldman in that mix. 71 of Goldman.
Bunch of drivers involved.
Yep.
Let's go back and take a look. Yeah, 17. Sprouse gets right under the 87 right there of our lane, unfortunately causing an incident right down into Elliott. Malone involved. Gallman involved. Lynch just barely escapes. 77 involved. Lynch up into the wall as well.
Malone was involved in that. I'm not sure how much damage he got, but
he got a good amount of right front or left front damage on that. I seen it. But the 77 of Whitehead already a lap down. Not what you want to see for him. He was looking like he might have been the one to get the lucky dog, but after that contact, they're not going to give it to him. Really unfortunate for these drivers here.
There'll be a few fast repairs broken out on this one.
Oh yeah, definitely. Not late enough in the race for me to want to try to use one, though, I'll tell you.
Yeah, the only thing is it's looking very green, this race. It's looking, there's not a lot of cautions. So you don't want to get caught too far behind.
Well, as we've seen in the past, you know, not using the fast repair, trying to get that damage fixed, you might not be able to maintain enough speed to get it all fixed. But now that you have 2 stages, you're gonna definitely have this caution. Plus, you know, I do believe that is gonna be stage as well. If that's the case, Sprouse, Bruce, Elliott, Campbell, Malone, Lynch, McCabe, Barrow, Marion, and Berkmeyer are all getting stage points if that was the stage. I believe it was within 5 laps.
I didn't know what the rule was there. Thanks for clarifying that, Jamie.
Yeah, I believe it's 5 laps. I'm pretty positive. If a caution comes out 5 laps before the stage, that is going to be the stage. I've been wrong in the past.
I'm sure you're right.
But I think
do I
that
see-
definitely constitutes.
The scoring pylon shows us that LZ has got out quickest, followed by Sprouse and Harris and Campbell.
Good job by those guys getting out of there.
Hey. Yes, correct.
Yes.
Sitting in third at the moment.
To lead out our top 10, looks like it's Haynes, Marion, McCabe, Berkmeyer, 36 of McCabe, Dunn, and that leads out our top 10 right there. But LZ up 27 spots in first place.
Yeah. What a great effort.
Definitely one of our biggest movers of the night. Let's go ahead and check it out. So LZ with 27, Harris up 23 spots in third, Haynes up 22 spots in fifth, Sprouse 18 spots in second, and Marion 16 spots for sixth. That's going to shake up this race. That is definitely going to put some new leaders out front. Looks like Openchowski a lap down trying to get that lap back. Smart. Real smart. He's the only one that's going to get a lap back after staying out.
Yep.
That was a big brain move right there because you're... But the problem is, since that was stage, there's not going to be another caution, preferably for another 30 laps. So he may have to pit a lot sooner than everybody else. Lights are off that pace car. It's going to be LZ and Sprouse to start us back off here at Talladega for the Racing for Change 266, presented by MADD.
You know, after last week being on a short track, the yellow flag seems to take forever here compared to last week.
Oh man, yes, absolutely. At least double or triple the time.
I know. We didn't even have a chance to talk about anything before. Now it's like we got too much time. It's hilarious.
Well, as we see a couple people from that crash actually getting back out there, looks like we only have a few drivers a lap down. Whitehead, Boone, and Menchaca are going to be the only ones a lap down at the moment. Openchowski getting that lap back. Good for him. Wilson being able to catch back up. And Cochran sitting in 25th.
Cochran in 25th. That means he's laying back.
Yeah, he's waiting for that moment.
Yeah.
I thought lights were off the pace car.
They're back on. Yeah, they were, but they're back on.
There must be some kind of extension going on.
I see a lot of movement back in the pack, but I do see a couple of cars diving for the pits.
Yeah, I see that as well. Lynch, Ellswick, Wilson, Openchowski, Shane Cochran, and Whitehead all going in.
And to be honest, I'd be doing the same thing if I was anywhere, you know, half field and lower.
Lights are back off. These guys are already double filed. It's going to be real interesting to see what this top 10 can do on this restart. See if they can match the energy of that first restart. Man, that was a really good green flag run. just really unfortunate it happened right at the front of the pack, too. In front of almost everybody.
I was disappointed for those guys because we all know how much we enjoy that type of racing. So, yeah.
Oh, they were doing a really good job of pushing really well on that outside 3 wide. Just a matter of time, apparently.
As you said, the lights are off on the pace car. Entering into, I think it's turn 3 right now.
That is turn 3. Coming into turn 4. They're going to have to catch that inside lineup. Oh, no, there they go. It's going to be an exciting start right here. Some new drivers up front. LZ, Sprouse, Harris, Campbell going to be pushing it. We talked to Harris earlier. He was super excited to be out here. A little bit of bumping and shoving.
Yeah, you don't want to get pushed out there too far on this, because otherwise you're just going to get swallowed up.
Yeah, it looks like they didn't get too far off the cars behind them. Everybody with a really close restart right there. Like I said, it's not the place to be bumping people into the turns. Campbell making some contact with Sprouse right there. Trying to make that outside push forward a little bit.
Man, Elliott was on the move back there then. I think he passed 2 or 3 cars and he's gone around the outside of Lynch again to make it 3 wide. Elliott's aggressive tonight.
Is that Openchowski going back down into the pits? It is. Boom, and Chaka to the outside. I bet you he was running out of gas.
Wow.
And Chaka, looks like Malone and Wilson all to the outside.
Someone else dropped to the inside here.
That's Harris. He was our leader. Three lanes going on right now.
I know that they're not holding back here. They're pretty aggressive.
Yeah, we're not seeing as much give and take as we did on the first restart, but it doesn't look like either of those outside lines are going to have anything for the inside line. Sprouse and Campbell just pushing away with Marion on their back. The 38 of LZ right there as well.
I tell you what, it's heating up back further in the pack in about 8th, 9th, 10th position. They're 3 wide for a couple of rows, and there's a lot of pushing going on right now.
Well, so far up in the top 5, there's only one playoff driver, and that's going to be Dusty Haynes. I don't see. I only see one more even in the top 10, and that's going to be Berkmeyer. There's only 2 playoff drivers in the top 10 right now. That's crazy.
Campbell giving a nice push to Sprouse right now. Marion tucked up underneath them.
Yeah, it looks like Marion, Sprouse, LZ, and Campbell just running away with it. The 96 of Openchowski now getting lapped once again. Unfortunately, seemed like he most likely had an issue with fuel. 4 wide right there with Openchowski. Good job by those guys holding that together right there. Wow.
Jamie, great job by Alpenchowski, keeping it high.
Ooh, Marian Berkmeyer, make contact. That's going to push Marian down towards the middle. Yeah, no, he did a great job of that 4 wide right there. Openchowski going to the top of the track, not touching that outside wall at all. Really close. I don't think you could have fit a piece of paper between the two.
Oh, it's getting pretty tight up here, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
And those guys that were back in about 10th position, that there's no gaps now. It's all closed up.
Yeah, 3 lanes going on. They are 3 deep, or 3 wide, 4 deep, 5 deep. Holy crap.
We've got a race on our hands here.
Yeah, I can see that.
And that top line is lined up impeccably.
Yeah, that top line led by the 87 at the moment. 87 drops down to the middle line, leaving Malone and the 76 of Wilson outside to their own devices. Malone poking his face into the top 5.
That was an aggressive move by Malone around the top there. Great move, but man, aggressive.
Wow, we are 3 wide all over the track, Kiernan.
Yeah, and that top line isn't just on the top. They are right up next to that wall. Yeah, there's enough room there for 5 lanes.
I agree. Oh, Menchaca coming down a little bit off that top line, almost making contact with the 87 of R Lane. R Lane does not need another contact. He definitely used a fast repair on that last accident, I guarantee it. Incredible racing. Three wide for the lead right there. 52, 17, and 60. There's 3 wide everywhere right now. That is crazy.
There is. I don't know where to look. What to comment on next.
3 wide, 6 rows back right now.
See Campbell's blocking on the top. Or sorry, on the bottom, and then moving to the middle, and then dropping back to the bottom again.
Well, we're only gonna have. Well,
So tight there.
wow, they are getting real close together with that outside line and that middle line. IT and out drivers trying to make that outside line work. Malone and Wilson.
And Shaka's doing a lot of pushing there too. For that top line.
Well, and out of the top line, that's where I'd want to be. I'd rather be in the back of that line than the front of that line because, man, I'd rather be pushing than get pushed all day. Absolutely incredible, Kiernan.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, this is why we watch this stuff. Pick a winner out of this.
Yeah, exactly. R Lane jumping back to the front with Berkmeyer behind him. He's got the 97 of Lons trying to push him through. 95 of Berkmeyer and Lane jumping down to the inside lane, leaving Lons outside. But that's all right. He's got the 31 right there. 31 a little bit uneasy with Kyle Dunn.
The whole entire field is in this pack.
Yeah, that's
Isn't anybody
incredible.
else. Yep. Oh,
Caution's
here we go.
out. Who was that?
I don't know. Somebody was in the wall.
That looked like Bolton. It was Bolton.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Let's go back and take a look. Oh, it's a little too early. Not very much damage, it doesn't look like. Bolton trying to move to the outside. Unfortunately, it looked like the 39 was already there.
Bruce, yeah.
Darren Bruce. Oh no, definitely big damage on that Bolton car, that 88. It looks like his whole right tire is sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna have some toe link damage on that front right. He's gonna have to come in and get that fixed. Not sure what that's gonna look like. Bolton is now riding back around, but it still looks like he's got some damage on the front of that car. I'm not sure if he's gonna come in or what's gonna happen. Let's see if we can get a good look.
Man, what a great angle.
Oh man, yeah, that tire is completely sideways on that 88.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of damage on that 88. He's going to have to come in and get that fixed. I'm hoping he's got a fast repair.
Yeah, he was mixed up in something earlier. I hope he didn't use his fast repair on that because he's going to need it.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here in a second. As he comes down in, hard to maintain that car. He's going to be on the inside of the 66. He does get it. He does get it fixed. There is a fast repair on it.
Awesome. So not a lot of tires used, but I was surprised to see a lot of the front runners take 2 sets of tires on their previous pit stop. Ambient temperature is 77 degrees with a track temp of 109.4. So, yeah.
Well, and it looks like everybody in the top 15 had pitted. Most people only taking 2 sets of tires, but Marion with fuel only, McCabe and Gallman with fuel only. It looks like our drivers that took 4 tires are going to be Dunn, Wilson, and McCabe of the 36.
So Jamie, 2
Yeah.
sets of tires. What side are you taking? Left or right?
I'm definitely taking right all day.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
And I believe that's so we have control coming out of the corner so you don't get turned. Would that be correct?
Yeah, 100%. Honestly, if I'm gonna take tires at all, I'm probably gonna take all of them just because I don't like to feel that unevenness. But
Yeah.
really, honestly, if you're trying to get out of the pit fast, which again they still have a stage coming up. This is only the second MADD caution of the night. They're gonna have a stage coming up in less than 20 laps.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty smart move under caution to take 4 tires because you can gain those positions back pretty easy when the pack's this tight, and maybe the next stop you take 2. So, I'm with you. I don't like the imbalance. It usually takes me 4 or 5 laps at least for that balance to come back.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like we have a few drivers coming down into the pits still. Campbell, Cochran, Ellswick, and Boone all in the pits right now.
Man, some of these camera angles you've been showing tonight have been great. That shot of the 87 coming into the pits was awesome.
I'm gonna see if we can ride once we go green flag. See if we can ride around with some of these drivers. See what they're experiencing out on the track.
Yeah, it'd be nice to do a restart with one of these guys from in camera, in car.
Yeah, I think we can handle that. They're looks like
Just-
they're too wide now. Lights are off that pace car. We can ride around with the 76 of Logan Wilson on that on this next restart and see what it looks like from his perspective.
And maybe pull back out of it when we come out of turn 2.
Yep, sounds good to me. Here we go now. It's going to be Logan Wilson in the 76, right behind his teammate, the 60 of Malone. Malone back up front again. He's going to have Berkmeyer on his outside, and then Marian's going to be pushing that 95. Pace car about to dive off the track. We're going to get started again here for the Racing for Change 266 presented by MADD. THDesigns Cup Series. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. You're lining back up now. That restart zone is so far away.
Yeah, it is. So just
And
so
we're green.
Everyone knows. Yeah, it's not till here, the restart zone.
Great restart by those two IT and out drivers.
Yep.
See Logan Wilson able to just maintain a straight line, trying to get up to the back of his teammate of Malone. We'll switch between a couple of our drivers actually real quick before we get off of this.
Perfect.
Let's go ahead and check out and see what Marian sees. Marian's stuck on the outside by himself. Berkmeyer dived down to the bottom. He's going to have to get a little bit of that side draft right there to maintain his speed. But it does look like he's doing a great job of that. Holy crap.
He's got, yeah, Dunn's pushing him at the moment. So he's got a great push from Dunn. Man, what a great illustration of the speed that you get.
Yeah, Dunn doing a great job right there. Let's see if we can switch back to Dunn. You're going to want to hit him a little bit more straight. They get that speed and they're able to drop down in front. Malone is now our leader.
Yeah, wow, look, they got a nice little jump on the field there, but as soon as these guys line up behind him, they'll swallow those guys up. It's hard to get away. It's nearly impossible to get away.
Well, and right now you should be worried because there are 3 IT and out drivers right behind you. And the 89 of Wilson is behind the 71. So you got 4 IT and out drivers in that top 7. Looks like Shane Cochran's finally decided to make a move. Cochran in 12th place. He's going to be right up behind Campbell. They're going to try to make that third line work on the outside.
So I'm surprised I haven't seen more of this, and that is teammates getting together.
Well, we've seen a little bit of it in the beginning, but it really caused a disadvantage for those guys dropping back in the IT and out cars. But I imagine they're going to be doing something similar during the long green flag run of the 3rd stage. That way they can all pit together and get out together on time.
Definitely.
Well, and as long as they go green flag, obviously we're going to have a stage in about 14 laps. But if they go green flag all the way through the green flag pit stop, it's going to be really, really important trying to get out with your teammates or somebody that you can trust to be able to get you back up to speed. Because if you don't have anybody with you and you're the only one down in the pits and you're coming out alone, you are definitely getting lapped, 100%. There's no doubt in my mind.
Just looking at the IT and out guys here, and we have Malone and Wilson hooked up together. They've been pretty quick guys this year.
Well, it looks like they're going to come up on a lap car of Menchaca in that 32. Menchaca going up high to try to let everybody by. Let's go ahead and pay attention and see what happens right there. Looks like everybody's doing a good job of getting around that lapped car. Of course, if you're a lapped car, you're going to try to catch some of that draft so you don't lose as much.
Yeah, Menchaca's doing it perfectly. He's trying to get himself up to speed in the draft here, but also trying to be respectful and stay out of everyone's way.
Yeah, it looks like he dropped down to that middle lane. He could have probably dropped down there behind Openchowski, but it looks like that inside line had a huge checkup just now. Menchaca gaining a lot of speed up behind Cochran as well.
Man, great
Yeah, he caught up so much speed up to the back of Shane Cochran right there in that 86 car. Middle line falling back a little bit, trying to see if they can put it together to get back out up front. Marian, now our leader, with Dunn behind him. You're going to have to be careful again. They got a lot of those IT and out drivers getting around them. 60, 76, and 36 all right there. 3 IT and out drivers in the top 5.
Yeah, you know, it's great if you're all running together, but man, if somebody accidentally makes a mistake up front in front of you, it takes your whole team out.
Yeah, you're not wrong. We still only have 3 playoff drivers in the top 10.
Outside line starting to get a good run here now. Looks like Justin Harris in the 7. Is that Bolton pushing him? Man, Bolton.
Oh, man.
Bolton's on a tear.
Yeah, that outside line pushing real hard, getting 4 cars up front. That's crazy. Look at that. Harris
Man,
now our leader.
You have to be so careful. They were triple pushing then, and you have to be so careful doing that.
Harris and Bolton dive down to that inside line right in front of Elliott. A little bit of contact right there between, it looks like, the 11 of Marian and the 2. Most doing a pretty good job out there tonight, being back for the first time.
Yeah.
The 88 of Bolton jumping out there with Most. Seeing if they can make that outside lurk. Woo! The 2 got on the outside of Bolton right there. I thought that was it.
Yeah, I did too. I thought that Bolton was going to end up in the wall.
Last thing we want to see is an Austin Dillon up into the catch fence. Oh man, that was terrible. That was at Daytona, I believe. Amazing race so far here for the Racing for Change 266 presented by MADD THDesign Cup Series. These guys have been doing a great job. I can't be more impressed.
Ooh. Most going on the outside of Bolton there. Well, there wasn't much room there.
That's going to slow down that outside line, giving that inside line a decent push. Malone at 76, 95, 38, 32, all passing Bolton. We're starting to see some big separations here as well. Towards the back, we got 3 more IT and out drivers just hanging out back there. Trying to keep that draft. It looks like the 87 is trying to hold them up our lane right up in front of them. Our lane right behind the 35. There's some pretty good distance though between them. I think if you start to if you lose the car in front of you as a single car, you got about, I'd say 0.7 to maybe a second to go behind. If you go behind any further than that, you're going to lose that draft.
Yeah, once you lose it, you start to hear the revs drop, and you know you're in trouble. Laps are
86 of Cochran jumping out of the line there. He's going to be falling back a little bit towards the back of the pack. He's going to jump back in and behind that. No, he doesn't jump back in at all. We have a caution. What happened there? Did you see anything?
I missed it. I missed it.
Let's get with Gallman and see. Looks like up towards the front where Campbell is. The 38 of Elsie.
Oh, yeah.
Let's bring it back a little bit. Oh, right off of Bolton right there. Yeah, it gets a little tip by Bolton. Bolton cruises on. Elsie. Oh, right into Gallman as well. Fortunately, Gallman was able to keep it straight. A little bit of damage on that number 38. Also involving, I think, the 35. Let's go back and look. No, the 97 of Lons as well. Might have been a little bit of netcode, but those cars merged right into each other. Most just barely avoiding that. But yeah, Gallman involved, and no, it looks like Lons made it out pretty well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you so much for being here at Talladega for the Racing for Change 266 presented by MADD THDesign Cup Series. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Sun's going down and the rig is on. iRacing is where I belong. Discord's lit and the drivers are here. This is GEC, there's no room for fear. Green flag drops and the engines roar. 40 cars and we all want more. Mash the gases, we're on the line. Forward and we're feeling fine. Drifting close in a slipstream dance. Taking the corners in a high-speed trance. Tri-oval side by side. In this GEC League, there's nowhere to White flag need a perfect lap. All gas, no brakes to close that gap. Checkered waves in the racing world. Another battle is over and done. Cheers to the booth, hope you like the show. Victory lane is all I
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here out on the track at Talladega. Exciting race so far. That's going to be our third MADD caution of the night. Unfortunately, that is not going to be our stage, though. It did not happen within 5 laps of the stage, so we are going to have a stage caution here at lap 60.
Well, I would say tuck in. We've got 45 laps left, and she's going to be a wild one, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be the best part of the race, in my opinion. It normally always is, getting to the last little bit of racing, but these guys got to re-rack it one more time at least before we get to that super, super dominant part. But I think these guys are going to race pretty hard to try to get these stage points.
Yeah, so stage is at 60, isn't it? Is that right?
It is, yeah, correct.
Yeah, okay. So 5 laps, a little 5-lap shootout. Guys that need the points will be definitely going for it here.
Let's see if the lights come off that pace car. I'm pretty sure they're going to. If they go double file, we're going to have 5 laps to that stage, and then we're going to have 40 laps to end the race. And it does. It comes out.
Yep, they're off.
About four laps to end out the stage, but man, incredible driving so far. I tell you, when they were all 3 wide, 5, 6 back, that was incredible.
Yeah, lap after lap, and then they'd separate a little bit and then get 3 wide again. It's such a beautiful line that those guys were holding around the top. Takes a fair bit of skill to hold that close to the wall going this quick.
Also, big shout out to our sub-ins for race control tonight. Kyle Simmons and Aaron Martin coming out and helping us out a little bit. Aaron Martin,
Hey, Jake,
aka Cheezel. Yeah, what's up?
I haven't looked at the chat for a while. Have you looked at the chat?
I have. Not a whole lot going on out in the chat. We do have Pete, as always, shouting out Malone. Boogity, boogie, boogie. Let's go racing, boys. Go Malone. We got Jay out there peeking through his fingers, trying to watch out for the caution. And then we got Brandon Claus out there. First time watching. Thank you, Brandon. Or Kaus. I'm sorry. I butcher names so bad. My apologies. But Braden. Sorry. Braden Keus. How would you say that? Keus. That's a hard one.
I'll let you pronounce it.
Either way,
Okay,
we
so
appreciate you being here.
We do very much. Coming to the green flag here. The outside line looks pretty tight right now.
Well, and as we've seen so far, go ahead.
Yeah, Harris got a good jump, but oof, I'm not sure if that's a good thing, because he'll be swallowed up by the time they finish the back straight.
Yeah, that outside line, they look like they're squiggling a little bit as well. Separating and bumping. Bolton right there behind the 95 of Berkmeyer. Malone jumping up to the back of the number 7 of Harris. Harris in the lead.
Dunn hasn't got a real good connection, or he has now, but he didn't have a very good connection for a while on Elliott. Man, those 3 at the front look great.
Not a big separation, but Haynes is right there about half a car length back on that inside line. Inside line looks like they're pushing a little bit better, but that outside line is catching up.
Yeah, they got Elliott pushing Malone there now. Sorry, Elliott pushing Marion right now.
No, you were right. Oh!
Yep.
Harris drops down to the bottom of the track underneath the yellow line. Marion having to go outside in front of Malone. Now Malone's pushing Marion.
Yeah.
Malone down to the bottom of the track, going to leave Marion out there with the 2 of Richard Elliott. Harris going to be catching up. Ooh, they were
I don't
so
know if
close.
that's a good move, because Elliott's a good pusher.
So close right there. Oh, Marion jumping down back in front of Malone again. Getting enough speed from Richard Elliott. That 02 has been fast all night.
They're dropping back on the outside lane now.
Yeah, I see that outside line is just falling back. But they're going to create a new outside line, leaving Marion out there by himself.
So we're on lap 59 right now.
Malone and Harris and also Haynes jumping back down to the bottom.
Man, what great racing. It's so tight.
Harris on the outside of Malone. Oh my. Oh my. They're leaving Malone out there by himself. Last lap to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. Harris, Haynes, and Elliott and Marion all down. Oh no, Marion decided to stay up to the top of the track. Left Malone out to dry, and we have a caution, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like K Most. .36 of McCabe getting into K Most. Right down into Shane Cochran. Cochran barely avoiding it. Oh man, everybody avoided it. Holy crap. That was incredible. Let's go ahead and go back and watch that at full speed. Yeah, Cochran just taking a little bit of contact right there. Openchowski avoiding. Looks like Lynch avoiding as well. Most down into the bottom wall. Not getting too much damage.
Yeah, Cochran can probably get that cleaned up under yellow flag. I don't think he'll have to use one of his fast repairs.
Not really what you wanted to see for K Most. 36 and McCabe going up the track, just barely into his outside rear quarter panel.
So Harris won that stage, followed by Haynes, Elliott, Marion, Dunn.
Finish out that top 10 is going to be Birkmeyer, Malone, Bolton, Bruce, and Lons. They're all going to get points for this stage.
Yeah, I didn't know how deep we pay out. So we pay out down to 10th. Is that for points?
That is correct. So the top guy, Justin Harris, he got 10 points, and then it tapers down 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Great. You would think I would know that by now, but I don't. So.
That's all right. Hey, it's going to change next season, so don't get used to it. Here we go. A bunch of our drivers coming down into the pits for the final stage of this race. Less than 40 laps to go when they come back out.
Are you taking 4? Or are you
yeah,
taking
100%. 2? I'm taking 4 all day.
Yeah.
Every single person on the track came in. Every single person.
Is everyone on the lead lap now?
Everybody but Menchaca, I believe, is on the lead lap, yes.
Okay.
Which is awesome to see. I love it. Nobody's out of the race. It all looks good.
So that means we've got 27 cars racing for this.
Huge race off a pit lane there, too.
Jamie, we talked about 2 tires or 4 tires. Look at that. There's a lot of 2-tire takers.
Yeah, a whole bunch of 2-tire takers. Elliott, Bolton, Barrow, Gallman, Ellswick, Openchowski, and McCabe all only taking 2 tires. Logan Wilson, Sprouse, and Campbell not taking any tires.
Wow. So, hey, what do I know? I would have taken 4.
Yeah, no, I definitely would have taken 4 myself. But it looks like it paid off for a couple of those drivers as Barrow is now back up into the top 5 and Ellswick as well. Openchowski jumping back into the top 10 as well. Good for him.
And I think we realized that, hey, yeah, you can get away with not taking any tires, but what you're risking is getting loose off one of the corners and getting turned.
Yeah, unfortunately, it happened to me and Barrow one season, coming down to a win for Talladega on the outside. I was pushing him, and he just was able to get a little bit lower than me, and I couldn't get that low, unfortunately, and he wound up, we wound up going around. So that is the disadvantage of only taking 2 tires. But again, with only, 37 laps to go after this group up. I mean, not a lot of chance you can take.
So it looks like we have Elliott out front now, followed by Bolton, Wilson, and Barrow. So on this restart, Elliott is going to have Wilson behind him, and Bolton will have Barrow behind him. Goldman, after that incident a few laps ago, is back into the top 6. I was just mentioning, Jamie, that Goldman's back in the top 6, but what I was going to touch on is Goldman's dad got a 3rd position in the truck race on Tuesday night, and that was a great effort for him. So
let's see if he can match it or get better. I mean, his dad is a hell of a driver, so he must have learned it somewhere.
A lot of rivalry between those boys when they race on the track together.
Absolutely.
So, if he doesn't finish higher than 3rd, Senior will have a few bragging rights on him.
Well, that's going to be an awkward conversation at dinner. That's all right. It looks like we are going to get back green flag racing. As you said, Elliott on the outside, or on the inside, going to start in front here. And then we got the 88 of Bolton on his outside. Barrow pushing Bolton. 76 of Logan Wilson pushing Richard Elliott. Let's see who can get the better start here. This could be the last restart of the race. Pace car off the track.
Will be 37 laps left.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag is out. Looks like that inside line definitely got a better jump, but there's only 2 cars in it. Let's hope Wilson can push Elliott. Looks like Bolton's looking to go on the inside, but he's not going to leave Barrow out there by himself, it doesn't look like. Oh, and he does. Barrow now the leader of the outside line, but he's going to get passed by Ellswick, and that inside line is going to start creeping forward. Wilson up front. Dive into that outside. 66 of Ellswick tapping the back of Richard Elliott. But Harris is right on the back of Bolton. He's going to be pushing that outside line back up towards the front. Wilson diving back down in front of Elliott.
What a great move by Wilson then. Great move back down to the inside.
Absolutely smart. Really, really smart. As long as they can get that inside line up and running. But they do have Barrow, 2-time champion, on the outside, sitting behind the number 7 of Harris.
We've got 2x2 for the first 16. And then the rest of the guys are single file at the moment. Justin Harris with a great push on the outside for Bolton.
Elliott to the outside line. He's going to try to race up towards the front, but that's going to give Wilson the advantage. Wilson is going to have Ellswick right behind him, the teammates in that IT and out. Bolton is right there behind Elliott, though. He's going to be pushing. Looked like he was about to push it 3 wide there for a second.
Yeah. That was just really nice side drafting by Elliott. Nothing too tight, so it's crazy. Just getting enough speed. outside lane's got a good lineup, a good run here.
These guys have been having amazing restarts. I mean, just phenomenal job on these restarts by these guys.
I will say it's a little easier on the restart to restart these things because they're geared so high, so you're not getting any wheel spin, of course. So,
Oh, we have a caution out. Involving a couple drivers. Looks like K. Dunn was one of them. 33 of Lynch. 97 of Lons. Cochran involved as well. Let's go back and see if we can catch what all happened. Oh man, was that Marion?
yeah.
Looked like most went up into Marion. Lynch right into Marion as well. Cochran pushing the 97 of Lons. Few drivers involved in that. Lynch, Marion, Lons, Cochran. Wow. As we were hoping maybe for the last restart of the night, we're going to go ahead and see another one. That's going to be our 5th MADD caution of the night. With only, what, by the time they get restarted, they're only going to have, what, 30 laps to go.
Yep. These guys are going to be pushing pretty hard after this restart.
Well, in a strange occurrence, we got Malone all the way back in 15th. But again, this is where we might see one of those outliers win. Somebody that may not have even gotten a win before may win tonight. That'll be cool to see.
I've watched him. He's been pretty aggressive coming back through the pack. So I expect to see the same. Whenever he's got back there, he's pushed pretty hard to get back up to the front. Done it really well, but
Few drivers opting to come down into pit lane. Still, they're not going to be able to stretch it on gas. They're still going to have to come in for at least another green flag pit or at least another pit before the end of the race. But a good majority of our drivers actually coming down.
yeah, especially a good majority of the top 10. Leaving Elliott and Opachowski out front. That's our 2 drivers that we picked.
Well, and as we take a look at the race off of pit lane, looks like Justin Harris and Bolton made it out. So it goes Bolton, Harris, Haynes, Malone, Elsie, Boone, Wilson, McCabe, Sprouse, Campbell, and Whitehead. Ellswick, Lane, Lynch, Lons, Marion, and Cochran still all into the pits. Let's go ahead and check out our repairs for the night. Let's get back to...
Yeah, I was going to say, some of those guys would be getting repairs like Lynch would be from that last incident.
Well, it looks like Lons has our total record right now with 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes. Most 3 minutes. Menchaca 249, Elliott 248, Wilson 141. Cochran with 1 minute and 11 seconds, but Cochran's still in pit lane right now. Here he comes. He just came back out, so it didn't look like he took too much damage off of that spin or off of that push for Lons. But Lons still in the pits getting repairs. Lynch as well. And Marion.
Of course, Lynch was and Marion were both in that last incident.
Well, Lon's on his way back out. Looks like Lynch is on his way back out as well. Marion's still the only one in pit lane at the moment. And here he comes. He's coming back out. Good to see all these drivers were able to get back out off of pit lane. But we got a couple more takers There's a few people coming back down into pit lane. Looks like McCabe, Whitehead, Campbell, Ellswick, Lane, 36 of McCabe, 52 of Campbell, and Cochran coming back down as well.
I think Menchaca got a lucky dog that time.
That is super possible, but that's still not going to put him back up onto the lead lap, unfortunately.
No, it's not. He's still 2 down. But we do have, 26, 27 guys on the front, on the lead lap, 27.
So I'm looking at, right now, I'm looking at our lap leaders. We have over 15 cars that have led laps tonight.
Wow.
Harris with laps led is going to be 11. Elliott with 9. Sprouse with 9. Malone with only 8. Whitehead with 7. Marion 6. Bruce with 5. Barrow with 2. Elsie with 2. Campbell with 2. Lons with 2. Lane with 2. And then Openchowski, Birkmeyer, Wilson, Bolton, and McCabe all with 1. That is a
really
lot.
Yeah, it gives us a great idea as to how the racing's been.
Let's check out our fastest 5 drivers of the night. Harrison Whitehead is our fastest driver of the night with a 48.99. Lons right behind him with a 49 even. Campbell with a 49.01 right behind Lons. Lynch right behind Campbell with a 49.2. And Boone with a 49.6. So close on those top 5 drivers. Pace car is going to be off the track, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. 02 on the outside, 96 on the inside. Openchowski going to lead us off here for our hopefully last restart. Here we go, green flag. Not a great restart for our leader there, Openchowski. That's going to hold up Darren Bruce at 39. Openchowski smart, jumping out in front of Birkmeyer out in that outside lane. That's going to give Barrow and Elliott a good distance, but looks like Openchowski using that speed from the outside lane to jump back down into the bottom in front of Darren Bruce. Gallman now up there as well in that 71. He's going to be pushing third in that inside line.
Steve Malone back in 12th at the moment, but he's being really aggressive. He's just pushing it 3 wide here now.
Oh, we got
He's
a...
up to 10th. Oh,
There it is. Malone up into the wall with the 7 of Harris. Oh, those drivers barely missing. Lons down. Oh, man. Lons just caught huge damage off of that.
yeah.
Lons just got all that damage fixed. Malone with a bunch of damage as well. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened there.
It looked like Malone got into the back of one of his teammates, to be honest.
No, it did. No.
Oh, no, maybe not.
The 76
it
took a wiggle.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Where did that come from, though? Oh, netcode. Huge netcode from, looks like Most.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
That was a huge gap between them. I don't know how that even registered contact.
Yeah, why did I take all that back? Oh, man, that was horrible.
Let's go ahead and take a look with Most. We're going to jump behind the car.
3
the far
ITN out
chase.
guys involved in that.
Let's go bring it back a little bit. Wow, so much distance between those cars. You could have fit 3 or 4 people between them cars.
Oh my gosh.
It does look like Most came up a little bit, but again, what in the world? 76 of Wilson out in the outside wall. That's going to put Harris down into Malone. Malone slides back down the track. I believe Malone got smacked by another car. Looked like the 89 of Logan Wilson also got turned as the yellow came out. Wow. Just an incredible crash right there. Lynch and looks like Lynch and Cochran saving it down into pit lane, not making any contact at all. Malone, Wilson, Marion, and Harris all down into the pits. That's going to be our 6th MADD caution of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
That when they come out and go to green, they'll probably be around 25, 24 laps left.
Looks like Cody jumping into the chat. Openchowski for the dub. He was my pick too, so go Openchowski.
Yeah, he's looking good at the moment. He's
did you notice? Did you notice? Both of our picks are up front.
Yeah, I did.
That'd be crazy if we got a 1-2 for our picks, man. What?
Yeah, if there was 93 laps, I think there might be a chance. There's going to be a lot of people fighting for that position over the next 25 laps.
Oh, 100%.
These guys are coming down into the pits, aren't they?
I don't know if I would right now, because I'm still going to have to pit, and I believe everybody just pitted.
Right.
But I don't know. That's a good question.
If you came in now and you were running around 10th, that would mean you would filter through to the front if you could make it from here when everyone else came down for fuel. That's what I'd be thinking anyway. Unless they can't make it from here, like 25 laps.
I don't think they can. I think it's 20 at most. Yeah.
Got it.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's anywhere between 18 and 20.
Okay.
I don't know. Barrow made stage at 18, so it might be 20. Top 5 right now, Openchowski, or Elliott, Openchowski, Barrow, Bruce, and Birkmeyer. Birkmeyer finding his way back up front again.
See the pace car pulling off there.
We're about to go back green flag racing. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag is out. Elliott with a decent jump. Openchowski trying to make his way through. I was thinking he was actually going to drop down in front of Birkmeyer.
Yeah, I did too.
But that outside lane has disintegrated. That leaves a lot of advantage for those guys in the back to jump on that outside and keep it moving while that inside checks up. And that is exactly what is happening. Bolton has Haynes right behind him. Bruce jumping in front of Bolton for that outside, seeing if he could slow that outside down. 3 wide in the back right there. Elliott still out front, right in front of Openchowski. Elliott and Barrow jump to that outside lane. Incredible move by Elliott and Barrow.
4 wide back here in about 12th position.
Oh, wow.
Still 4 wide.
They just broke that up. It looks like the 31 is starting to fall back a little bit. That's going to be K Dunn.
It's business time.
Yeah, absolutely. 25 to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that center line is getting framed up nicely there. What a great effort by Bolton tonight. He's sitting in 5th position at the moment. Oh! We've got a caution. So there's 22 to go now, Jamie. I'm coming in. Yeah, I'm coming in. Yeah. Yep. Especially if you're like 10th on back, you know, you're going to be able to sit in that draft. You may get another yellow as well. I'm coming. There's some cagey characters that are back in the pack that haven't shown their hand yet. Cochrane, of course. You know, I still think he has a lot left in him. I think Ellswick as well. couple of cagey characters that are always there at the end. So, wouldn't mind seeing with 20 laps. Sorry, go. No, go for it. Awesome. There you go. Burrow took 2. Man, that was a great pit stop by him. He came out in second and he took 2 tires. Holy smokes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Burrow might have had too good a pit stop. One too many boys over the wall. Hey Jamie, can I share something with you? You know, you and I look up, you know, it's just some interesting facts about wherever we're going, and I had one interesting fact that blew me away here that I looked up. I didn't realize this, so if this is common, I just didn't realize this. But in 1973, a driver by the name of Bobby Isaac retired mid-race after he was hearing voices telling him to get out of the car. Yes. I know it's known as the Talladega Jinx, but yeah, I found that pretty funny actually. Telling you to get out of the car. Yeah, it's probably down the back of the pack. The pit crew wanted to go home. Okay, so it looks like 20 laps to go here, and we have the lights off on the pace car. Jane. Yeah, it does. I didn't even put those together. That's funny. Yeah. Hey, Jamie, tell me why these guys like Campbell are jumping down to the apron here. It is? Okay. Got it. 10-4. Pace car's off. Careful, boys. I get scared when I see him triple pushing. Great work by Bolton. Look at that push off there. Burrow has... Yeah, he has Campbell pushing him at the moment. I think that's Campbell. He's got Openchowski pushing him at the moment. See Malone's made his way back to 10th. Now Burrow could have dropped down and taken that lower lane and left his pusher, but he decided not to. Yeah, totally feel the same. Yeah, and I hate it when guys do it to me to leave me out there. I'm like, oh yeah, well thanks. Man, look how tight everyone is. Maybe Burrow should have pulled down. Yeah, 3 wide, couple of rows back. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Great race. Yep. Looks like Burrow's got the lead again, just. Yeah. Menchaca up there. Menchaca up there trying to get his lap back. Yeah, wow. Oh, wow. I can't take my eyes off the front of the field, but it's going on at the back of the field as well, guys. 2 by 2 by 2. Burrow pushing Wilson really hard now. Wilson nearly went around a couple of times. Inch. Shaka is doing a great job pushing Burrow right now. Yeah, they're both on skid mark. And Manchaka's got to be the funniest guy I've ever been a teammate of, so I'd love to see Manchaka do well. Yeah, he is. Yeah. Man, he's doing a great job of pushing Burrow. I wonder, did Logan take 4 tires last time, or was that when he didn't take any? Yeah, so I think that's when he might have been loose a little bit there a couple of times earlier. Wow. Wow. That all looked like it came from a great run by Campbell. Pushing those 2 guys forward. Wow, that was a... Yeah. Logan Wilson, what a beautiful move to go to the top then, because the inside lane had closed down. If he had stayed on the inside, he might have caused an accident. Curse of the commentator. Yeah, thanks. Sorry, Logan. Hey, was Menchaca in the lead of that pack? Because that would have given him... Yeah, he was. So he got a lap back then? I think so. Man, he just was in the lead when the yellow came out. Oh my gosh. I think. Oh, maybe not. Yeah. Looks like Goldman coming out of that with a lot of damage, I would say. He's been, yeah, too many hits. Yeah, he's. Man, that was some great racing up front. Bolton. Elliott stayed out. Is he good enough? I thought Whitehead was in that. Isn't Whitehead 77? Yeah, yeah.
How long have I been muted? I must have been muted for a minute. I didn't even notice it, man. I've been muted since 10:11. I've been muted for like 20 minutes.
That's okay, 7 laps.
He said I
to
thought
go.
I died. That's funny. No.
And I was actually talking to myself.
Incredible. Incredible. I'll tell you, that was slick. Oh, man.
We were just talking about voices in the head too.
I know. It's not the first time I've done that, to be honest.
That's the way it goes. The joys of live broadcasts.
That's all right, though. No big deal. We're getting down to it. 7 laps to go here at Talladega for the Racing for Change 266, presented by MADD. THDesign Cup Series. Once again, thank you all for being here. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're going to get back to the action here in a second. Oh, I remember a couple of broadcasts, Cody, where nobody heard you for like quite a few minutes. But that's all right. That's all right. I learned from the best. You know what I mean? That's going to be our 8th MADD caution of the night. We're only going to have probably like 5 laps to go at the end of this.
Well, my guy's out front. Where's your guy?
He's actually right there. He's in 3rd.
Oh.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, it is. It is. This is right where we wanted him to be at the end.
Yeah, actually, Opachowski's going to be pushing Elliott. Unless, I think Elliott is Elliott chosen the top lane?
I think so.
Interesting call.
Wait, was it Most that took the lead on that last one? Or was it Elliott? I don't know.
I don't know either. No, I don't know. Maybe it was Most. It's showing Elliott to me, but...
Well, either way, we're going to see a great end of this race here at Talladega. Beautiful day out here in Alabama. What's the temperature out here right now?
The temperature right now is a 75, and track temp is cooled off. It's 98 degrees right now.
Wow. A lot of grip out there.
Yeah, a bit cloudy, so these things should be flying. Six laps left. This is going to be interesting.
By the time they cross that line, it's going to be 5. And they're going to have to go through 4 solid green flag laps before anything happens. If we're going to continue to go green. Here we go. Pace car off the track. Richard Elliott, K-Mos going to battle out.
Cochrane's moved up to 9th, I see.
Sneaking in there, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Burrow to his outside.
Green flag. Bad start, it looks like, by the inside of K Most. Elliott. It might have been Elliott that actually was in the lead. I think you're right.
Yeah. Great job with Harris right there.
Yeah, if Harris can get
Eric-
to his back, I think they'll be okay. But it looks like that the other guys are catching it. Wow, huge separation on that restart for the front.
Yeah, Elliott's controlling this. It'll be interesting to see how he blocks.
I imagine there's going to be huge shuffling here in a moment. Once they get up to speed, there's going to be big shuffles all over the place.
It's the outside lane starting to form.
Oh, Elliott dives to the outside in front of Harris. That's going to give Most the advantage on the inside with Openchowski.
Yeah.
Woo! Did you see that dive? 4 wide.
Harris to the inside.
Looks like Bolton, Elzy, McCabe, and Barrow 4 wide right now. Incredible. And there it goes. 38 goes around. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Ryan Elzy goes around, takes out a couple of those IT and out drivers.
Did I see Malone? Sorry, Marion mixed up in that.
It's possible. Let me go back and take a look. Looks like Ellswick, Lane, Wilson, Logan Wilson, Brad Wilson, McCabe, and Elzy all involved in that. Maybe even Machaca too. But it looks like the 66 up. Whoa, hold on. It wasn't the 38. It was the 31 and the 87.
Yeah.
What happened?
3 IT and out cars there. Bolton, the 87.
Oh, no, it was
4
Bolton.
wide.
Bolton up into the 87.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Bolton comes up into the 87 on that one. Bunch of cars take damage. A lot of the IT and out guys. Dang it, man. Not what you wanted to see back there. Looks like the 38 is going into the pits. I thought it was the 38, but it wasn't. 38 got knocked from the outside.
Yeah, LZ had nowhere to go.
That's why that 4 wide is so freaking dangerous, man.
This is crazy at the front now. So we have Most, followed by Openchowski, Cochran, and Elliott. With Marion in
How did Cochran find his way up front with only 2 to go? How does that even happen?
Yeah, crazy.
This is going to be our first green-white checker of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Now our points leader, Malone, I see he's dropped back a bit. He's down in 21st position. Is it 21st? 20th position now. I still think everybody back to Burrow has a chance.
Oh, absolutely.
Burrow, Boone, kind of that area.
It looks like Wesley Lynch says he's done. Too much damage.
Shit.
It's going to be the 9th MADD caution of the night. First green-white checkered here at Talladega.
So the 2, K-Most is out the lead, and we haven't talked about him too much tonight.
No, but good job for him making, absolutely good job for making his way out there. Hell of an effort by Most tonight. Like we said, one of his first races back. Involved in an incident, maybe even a couple incidents earlier in the race.
He's going to be pushed by Cochran, and to the outside of Most will be Openchowski.
Well, it's really
By Elliott.
It's going to be super interesting to see at the end of this race who all makes it across that finish line, right? Because it's going to get real dangerous coming onto that last lap. Even though there's going to be no cautions left, I really think that people are going to be pushing just as hard as ever.
Yeah, look, if I'm Haynes, I'm going to try and take it 3 wide
Oh, absolutely.
as quickly as I can. Because it'll take a little while for you to form up on the outside. But once you get going, you'll probably have a good run.
Well, and you're not going to start falling back until these cars get up to speed anyway. So chances are you're going to get somebody to go with you.
Yeah,
Especially with only 2 to go.
Yeah.
But can they maintain it 3 wide for 1 whole lap? That is the question. We're going to find out here at Talladega.
The outside lane always seems to push well at the end of the race. Just because everyone's going for it on the outside.
Well, that's another question. If you're K-Most, do you take that outside lane or do you stay down low?
I was asking myself exactly the same question when I said who was pushing who. I was like, well, maybe Most would pick the top lane because I think I would have. But he's chosen the bottom lane, and that's good. He's going to have Cochran pushing him. That's a good choice.
Absolutely.
But Cochran's stuck in there. It's hard to get out of that position, that 3rd position. Got no room to move.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Pace cars off. We're about to go green flag. Let's see if they can make it around one more time. Here we go. Most with a huge jump. Not what you want to do here at Talladega. He does jump up in front of Openchowski. That is a good move.
Yeah.
Openchowski jumps down low in front of Cochran. Cochran going to be right there next to Richard Elliott. Elliott falling back a little bit, but he's going to have Haynes right behind him. Haynes pushing that outside line. Ooh, a little bit of movement right there. Cochran goes up onto the inside.
We have an incident on the back straight.
It is going to stay green flag here at Talladega. 11 of Marion going to be right up behind Shane Cochran. Let's see if they can make it happen. Most jumping in front of Cochran. Oh!
Yeah. Openchowski with a good push now.
And that's it. Final lap here, ladies and gentlemen, at Talladega. Both of our picks pushing to each other.
Wow. It could go anywhere.
Oh, man. Openchowski with the lead right now. Openchowski gets turned around.
Oh.
Not what you wanted to see.
Elliott.
Cochran down back to the bottom.
We have Elliott out front at the moment.
Oh!
Followed by Malone.
Bolton hits the outside wall hard. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Malone, Bruce, followed by Haynes and Cochran.
Elliott across the line first. Holy crap. Bunch of problems there at the end. Just pushing too hard, but that was an incredible race here at Talladega. Elliott, Malone, and Haynes in the top 3. You are, yeah. All right, I see you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for being here. We're going to go ahead and kick it off, or end it off with our driver interviews. We'll be right back here with GEC eNASCAR. And we're back with your podium drivers, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Obviously, we're going to start off with our winner, Richard Elliott, taking it home here at Talladega for the Racing for Change 266 presented by MADD THDesigns Cup Series. How does it feel taking the home a win here in the playoffs?
It is nice to finally win one. I've been up here a few times on the super speedways and things go wrong on the last lap and survived tonight.
Well, and to be fair, I'm going to let Kieran take this interview because he actually picked you to win this race. Amazing pick by Kieran. Kieran, go ahead.
Dude, what a great race, man. You were pushing so hard today. It was incredible. Great run. You didn't fall back. Did you use a fast repair ever?
No, I had 3 minutes of damage from one wreck. Managed to get it fixed on a couple pit stops.
Yeah, you mentioned going out on last lap. There was a few cars that went out on the last lap, but hey, man, great effort, great win. Congratulations, you're awesome.
Thank you. Thanks for picking me, bud.
No problems.
Well, and that goes to say that there is no broadcaster's curse. You got picked by a broadcaster and you won. You broke the curse. Thank you so much for proving everybody wrong. But is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
All my teammates on Skidmark, Menchaca, Barrow, Wesley Lynch, and Kenneth Gallman. I miss anybody? I think that's it. So yeah, you guys are putting this on. I've had a lot of fun this last 2 seasons I've run with y'all. Look forward to next season also.
Yeah, next season is going to be amazing. We're going to be introducing the new ARCA series that's open for all. So we expect that to be pretty popular. Again, thank you so much for coming out here for season 7 and just putting on a show here at Talladega for race 2 of the playoffs. Representing MADD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. You made it look good out here tonight, so thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. We're going to go ahead and move on to our second place driver. Normally seeing you up to the top, but we seen you fluctuate. We didn't think you were going to make it up to the podium tonight, Malone. Good job, man, by somehow still making it happen, buddy. How does it feel coming out on a podium for race 2 for the playoffs?
It's good. I didn't really have this track with any focus. Just it was a race I was gonna, throw as my throwaway race and go try to do really good at Kentucky and Michigan. But I was a bit surprised. I came from 20th to 2nd on that restart, so something worked. Really wish we had a better night for the rest of my IT and out teammates. They worked really hard all night and came through a lot of struggle. So I'd like to see them on the top step sometime soon, which is the goal for Kentucky. We are going to buckle down for that track and try to go win that thing. But that was a very odd odd race. Super Speedway Racing's special.
Yeah, Jacob, I had one eye on you and one eye on the front. I saw how far you were back. I saw you creeping up to 12th, then 10th. You were going 3 wide at any chance you had. You were pretty aggressive tonight. Really good aggressive moves. Yeah, really great job tonight.
Yeah, I wish I did something different there in the tri-oval, but overall great race from Elliot there. He blocked me the perfect amount and set me up so I didn't have a run. Really, I should have backed down more and set myself up, but that was good racing on his end as a leader and keeping me behind. So I just want to put that out there that was an interesting finish, very fun finish. I tried my best.
Yeah,
Well,
congratulations, mate.
absolutely, congratulations and good job on the push here to the end, taking second place, man. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
I'd like to shout out my parents and also Pete in the chat.
Always
I love
got
you,
your
man.
back.
He's always got my back. He's great. I love him. I got to get him an autograph someday. But I want to shout out the IT Now guys once again. They're great. They have to put up with my annoying yap throughout the race. I talk a lot when I drive, so I just really want us to do extremely good the next few races, and that's the goal as a team overall that I'm looking forward to seeing.
Well, you know Pete's gonna want that autograph on your trophy. You got to send him that. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Well, thank you so much, buddy, and we'll see you out here at Kentucky.
Have a good one, man.
Yes, sir. All right. Last but not least, a presence we wanted to see all season up in the podium. Dustin Haynes coming in third place here at Talladega for race 2 of the playoffs for the Racing for Change 266 presented by MADD. Congratulations, Haynes. How does it feel being up here?
Feels good, man. I feel bad what happened between me and Bruce at the end there. There was a hole, I had the run, and I just went for it. I apologized to him, everything. We DM'd already. Everything's good, I believe. But I want to apologize to him on air so that way he knows that I actually mean it. It was, man, I'm shaking a little bit because I got my adrenaline just dumping right now. It's been a while since I got back up here, and I had the run. I was hoping I'd be able to slingshot a little bit instead of get into anybody, and it didn't work out the way I wanted to, but I'm glad to be here.
Well, you definitely did a great job. Go ahead, Kieran.
Dustin, I thought you were gonna. If those guys had stayed formed up in the first 2 rows, I was pretty certain that you were gonna take them 3 wide pretty early. What was your plan with coming to the checkered coming to the green the last time?
Well, I went on ahead and I looked in the mirror. I seen that I had Barrow and everyone close to me. I seen they had all the Outlaw boys behind me. So we all kind of had an idea that if it all went kind of according to plan, we'd all take that high side, like you said, and just make the bottom lane the sucker hole. So that way we'd be able to get a run and actually try to get away from some people. But it didn't really kind of work out like that. And runs kind of changed a little bit. I seen a hole and dipped on Barrow to try to get down on the bottom so I could keep the run, and tried to stay in front of Cochran because I know he's the ninja, and if you leave a room for him and don't keep him in check, he's going to take it. So just trying to be careful for everybody.
One thing that Jamie and I were blown away with was the racing in the middle of the pack and at the front of the field. Just so tight all night, just really good racing. Is that how it felt from the seat of the pants?
Oh yeah, there was moments where it got kind of anxiety ridden when we were going 3 wide and sometimes 4 wide. I think we went at one point. Like it got a little bit kind of sketchy depending on who was leading that line. There'd be random checkups here and there, so you wanted to take those runs, but I don't like taking runs to nowhere because it gets you in more trouble than it does help anybody. So it was fun, but there was moments where it was kind of, gripping the seat, hoping nothing goes wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, great job, Dustin. Awesome.
Thanks, man.
Nah, you did an amazing job tonight, and congratulations for getting up here and getting an interview on the podium, man. I've been wanting to see you here all season, and I'll tell you, hell of a work tonight, and definitely looking forward to seeing you out at Kentucky next week.
I appreciate it.
Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Oh yeah, everyone at Outlaw, the guys over at IT and Out, because you guys were going on and helped me out wherever you could. I want to thank Barrow and Cochran, because if it wasn't for you two, I wouldn't be having that run to get to the front after everything separated. And again, to Bruce, I apologize, man. I thank you for being cool about it. Just appreciate it, dude. was fun. Can't wait to do this again. Stoked.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. And again, thank you all for being here at Talladega tonight for the MADD race. And again, make sure you guys like and subscribe. We're going to be out at Kentucky next week, and we'll see you next time here at GC eNASCAR.